Good morning, everyone. My name is Prateek Kumar from BCAQ Batch 1 third semester. I am a student of Simaj Professional College. Today, I am present here to explain you about the topic exception handling in Java programming language. But before starting the topic, I would like to thank our respected teacher, Mr. Raju Upadhyay sir, for giving me this golden opportunity. So, before starting the topic, we should know about two types of error as it to know about the topic accurately. The first one is compile time error. Compile time error are the type of error that cause due to in compilation process of the program. The main cause of this error is language or syntax error. The second type is runtime error. Runtime error are the type of error that occur during the running process of the program, and the main cause of this error is input mismatch or memory issue. Now let's get into the topic. Exception handling. Exception handling helps the programmer to deal with unexpected error without crashing. It makes the code more reliable as well as it enhances the user experience. It uses try and catch block to catch the mistake and respond properly. Instead of breaking the code midway, it continues running smoothly. Now, how exception occurs? Exception occurs when something unexpected happens during the execution of the program, like memory issue or input mismatch, as I told you in runtime error. Now, there are two types of exception handling. First one is checked and the second one is unchecked. Checked exceptions, the exceptions which are checked by the compiler for the smooth execution of the program in the runtime are called checked exceptions. The unchecked exceptions, the exceptions which are not checked by the compiler and directly taken care by the JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine, are known as unchecked exceptions. Now, here are some keywords to use to apply exception handling in a program. Try defines a block where exception handling is applied. Catch defines the statement where exceptions are thrown by the try block. And finally, ensures code execution regardless of whether an exception occurs. Throw used to explicitly throw an exception in a method or block. Throws declares exceptions in a method signature but does not throw them directly. Now, here is a program of exception handling where I applied try and catch block in a program. So let's get into the program. Here is a program of addition in which there is a try and catch block, but before we see how try and catch block works, we should see how if we run without try and catch block, how will the code respond. First we compile the program. The compilation is successful. Now we run the program. Here it says enter a number, which we will enter 1, 2. The result is 3. But if we enter any another input of another data type, the result will be it shows 3. If we enter a number and then we enter a data of another data type that say D, it shows error. But if we apply the try and catch block in the code, now let's save it and we will run it. First we should compile the program. It compiled successfully. Now if we run the program, it says enter number 1, the result is 3. But if we enter the data of another data type, then it says please input only numeric values. And now here is a case study in which we will discuss about how which statement will run and which will not. So here I have applied try and catch block. Here are some cases, but before starting the case study, I would like to tell you that if something happens before the execution of try blocks, if something happens midway in the try block, like input mismatch or any type of exception, the try block will terminate it and the catch block will run. If not, then the program will be terminated abnormally. Now the case 1, if there is no exception raised, then 1, 2 and 3. If there is no exception will raise, then statement 1, 2, 3, 4 will not run because there is no exception, and now the last statement 5 will run. Now in case 2, if an exception raised at Java statement 2 and corresponding catch block matched, if the exception raised in statement 2, then the first statement will run, the second and third statement will not run, the fourth will run, and the fifth statement will run. If exception raised at the Java statement 2 and corresponding catch block not matched, then the first statement will run, 2, 3 and all the statement will not run and the code will terminate abnormally. Now in case 4, if exception raised at the Java statement 4 or Java statement 5, if the exception raised in Java statement 4, it does mean nothing because 1, 2 and 3 statement are perfect, are running fine, then there is no use of for catch block. So in this case 1, 2, 3 and 5 will run, and if there is exception in fifth statement, then 1, 2, 3 and the code will terminate abnormally. Now that is all from my side. If you have any question, you can ask.
It's a question time now. Anybody?
So my question is, what is an instantaneous exception?
What is your question?
What is an instantaneous exception?
Instantaneous.
Anybody else can handle it? Or even you have any idea about it, you can discuss. Give a mic.
Sir, it is an checked exception, and in this exception, if the object does not create using new instance method, then this exception raised.
Anybody else having any other question? Anybody else having any another question from the batch? No one. So I think the things are very clear to the entire batch. Pratik, it is really very good explanation about the exceptions. Thank you very much.